Hello again, so here we are back in the basement of the store, but actually on the shop floor. So in the shoe department, which goes straight away through to the crypt. But we're not going to look at that today, we're going to go through here. And this is one of our stock rooms. So currently this is occupied by June and Kurt Geiger for the time being. But what happens if we go for a walk? So let's go look. And as you can see, this comes out at the rear of the store. But while we're in here, let me just show you above. So lots of interesting pipes and stuff. You've got a ceiling there, a glass ceiling there. So when I was in the stock room the other day, the one which had the white tiles, I pointed out to that other roof, and that's where it is. It's in this section here. But for now, we're going to go outside. So just so we can get our bearings a little bit. So this is the back of the store. And that building there is, well, where Flannels is, and the rest of the end of Eastgate Row, which was all sort of mashed up and changed in the mid 1960s when the Grosvenor precinct was being built. So all these windows here, going all the way down, are the shops. So if you imagine, the entrance is sort of over here, and it goes all the way down into the main body of the precinct. So you can see how the building is. And it sort of wraps around Browns Chester, and that's how it was sort of built. So let's go and let's see what else we can find. So we've got lots of old sections of the building here, going up to the very newest, up to the 3rd floor. These are all sort of aircon units and varying bits and pieces for the building. All this is put in place because we tend to get a lot of pigeons down here and come and hassle the building. So if you look at the brickwork, there's a lot of wood sort of sections here. I'm not quite sure why they were there for. I'm sure they were integral at the time. If we look up, there we go. That's up to the 3rd floor, and then you've got the little balcony that comes out from the restaurant on the 3rd floor. So if you get to this corner, this is obviously another bit of the Grosvenor precinct, but we joined this up as well. But if you think in olden days, before all this was built, this area here was a road. The road went all the way down, and it would have joined the other side of here, and it would joined Newgate Street. So this was just like a little sort of offshoot, but there was a proper road leading all the way up to the back entrance of Browns Chester. Now this door here was originally a staff entrance. You can see all the old colouring here as well. And the seagulls are joining in for good measure. So we look up through here. You can see all the old windows that are still there, but they've just been boarded up from the inside. So this section of the building was actually built in 1926. So we'll go down a little bit further. So if you imagine you're in the precinct, you've literally sort of turned the corner and you're in this section here. So even there you've got Brown's substation, so it's all the electrical bit. You can see a bit more of the original windows going all the way up and across there. I'll step back a little bit so you can see the 3rd floor. I think that section there was the kitchen for the restaurant. We'll come back down again. So this bit gets a little bit dark. And you can see how it's breaking away, because I think that's where the road was underneath. So they put concrete and varying things and stuff, but if we dug a bit deeper, there would be the existence of the old road. Now this here, luckily someone's left me a window open, very, very kindly of them. That is actually, there we go, that's focused. That is our stock room within the store. So this area here is in the menswear section. So if you come into the store from the precinct and you see a menswear, and then you'll have a couple of steps going down into the main body of the building. But the first section, and I think it's where our till points are at the moment, there's a staircase that goes down, right to the bottom, and it's a huge area in there, a big sort of stock room. And originally there would have been a toilet in this area here that's been taken out. And there's like an old, not pulley system, but sort of like electrical system where you could clip the clothes on from the bottom, press a button, and it would be brought up to the top. So all that's still in place, and it's a vast area underneath, and it's still got the 1960s original lino in there as well. So I'll go back in there at one point and show you all about that too. But we're sort of going underneath the precinct now. You can see another view of all the windows. And of course, we've got the NCP car park there. But around this area here, as we turn in the corner, you can see how the brickwork becomes new brickwork, because that would have been done in the 1960s. But originally, the building would have continued, as you can see, that sort of large section there, would have gone a bit further around and a bit further down. And in that section, a little bit further in really, would have been the original entrance to Ambassador's Cafe, which was on the first floor. So there was a staircase, there was a doorway that you went in, up a few steps, and then you go up eventually up to the first floor to where Ambassador's originally was. But let's go around this corner and see where we come out. Again, a few more doors and stuff. So this area here is all the loading bay, so the basement video part 2. This is roughly where we are the other side. I've been down here a few times, but no one's left the door open for me, so they have today. Very nicely of them. And here we are. We're actually underneath the Grosvenor car park and part of the centre too. So let me just walk around a bit more. So this is our section with all the rubbish, unfortunately, but we're clearing the building. And then here's our big doors here, which the lorries come in and collect and stuff all the way up. And as you can see the other side, that's St Michael's Row. A little bit further. And then all the way down there is all the other shops with all their loading bays. That's when I walk around here, let's have a look. But yeah, that goes into St Michael's Row. So let's walk back in. As you can see, it goes a long way, but it's actually a big arc, so it goes round in a circle and comes back out just outside of the NCP car park. So I hope you're understanding now how big and how vast this whole area is. Back into the sunlight. But all the way around we passed a fire escape, so I'm just going to pop up there and show you a bit more of the building. So luckily the sun's come out. It's actually quite warm today. So you can see exactly where we are. And there we are, NCP car park. The other sections. But let's just come back here a little while. You can see extensions to buildings, and this doorway is a fire escape on the first floor. In fact, it's where Craighopper and formerly Wallace were. And when I was in the basement the other day and I said about Pigeon Alley, well, this is where it is. This is where it's covered up all the way up. And then behind that window there is a very old staircase that goes right into the basement. You've got some blocked up windows. But you can see here how we've got separate buildings and they were connected with like a form of a bridge. And we'll go over this other side here. And here we are. So behind that huge air conditioning unit, you can just about see the sunray window of the blue room. And obviously it's apex roof, which helps cover the dome and protect it. And you've got the original windows underneath, which are just boarded up, so that they're still very much there. If somebody wanted to expose them and actually bring light back into the building, they very much could do. And then you've got extensions underneath there. So the section where it had the white tiles is somewhere in that area there. And then of course we had a little extension on the top with a felt roof, which was added on at later stages to enclose the whole thing. If I just try and zoom in a little bit for you. So you've got another section of the building there. More old bits there, all connected. Sections of the roof. And there we have it. So that's a little toy outside. So it really does go on forever, doesn't it? Okay, bye for now.